Hey, what's up? My name is Dominique and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing my makeup using a full face of E.L.F. cosmetics. E.L.F. is just slaying the game right now. I mean, they are honestly becoming an iconic brand. So today you know I had to create a makeup look using all of the E.L.F. cosmetics products that I own. And plus, there's not one product in this video that costs more than $15. That's a slay for me. E.L.F. Cosmetics is an affordable makeup brand that has taken over the beauty industry like crazy. Not only do they have amazing prices, but the brand E.L.F. is also known for their amazing high-end dupes. So if you want the real tea on what's hot and what's not over at E.L.F., don't worry, I got you. I'll be showing you my favorite products, and of course we'll be testing them out to see how they all work together on the skin. So let's get started on this look and let's dive into everything E.L.F. Cosmetics. So today I'm just going to start by going through my makeup routine as usual, but instead I'm going to be using every single E.L.F. product that I own. So not only does E.L.F. sell affordable makeup products, but they also have expanded into affordable skincare as well. And they have created a little line called E.L.F. Skin. And they have everything skincare. So since the first step in my makeup routine is always moisturizing my skin, I'm going to start off by moisturizing my skin using the E.L.F. Holy Hydration Daily Moisturizer. I have used this moisturizer a million times at this point. I love it so much, especially for the fact that it costs $8. So it's such a nice affordable moisturizer. And the one thing I really love about this moisturizer is the pump. You just saw me use the pump how I always use the pump in this moisturizer. I always use the pump to just pump it directly onto my face, and I like it so much more because it saves my fingers a little extra step from getting dirty. And especially if you have long nails and you hate scooping it out of a jar and then getting it all under your nails, a moisturizer with the pump is the way to go because it does not get under your nails at all. It's a game changer, and that's why I love this. This is more of a medium consistency moisturizer, so it's not too thin and it's not too thick, which makes it perfect to wear underneath foundation. It does have a light scent to it, but it does smell really nice and refreshing. And I really love to use this moisturizer underneath makeup because as it's drying down, it does start to feel a little bit tacky, which means it's really going to help your foundation stick to your skin and last all day long. This little moisturizer right here is so good. So the next step is priming my skin. And honestly, E.L.F. slays with the primers. So in my collection, I have 4 E.L.F. primers. We all know and love the Power Grip primers. These babies right here are so iconic. And both of these cost $10 each. And E.L.F. is really known for their high-end dupes at a much more affordable cost. So they started to dupe the Milk Hydro Grip Primer with this baby right here, the E.L.F. Power Grip Primer. It's basically the exact same thing, but in my opinion, the E.L.F. primer is a little bit better than the Milk Primer because it's a little bit more sticky. So I just feel like it makes my makeup last a little bit longer. So after the Power Grip Primer became a hit, they decided to release a second version with 5% niacinamide. And they're basically the exact same formula, except this one has 5% niacinamide. Some people prefer the pink one over the green one, and some people prefer the green over the pink. It's all personal preference. To me, I just think that they're exactly the same. And if you're really looking for a primer that's gonna make your makeup last all day long and help with the long wear of your makeup, try these ones out. Now, the other 2 primers that I have are all about your pores and smoothing texture, which to me are my personal favorite type of primers. So this one is the Poreless Face Primer, and this one specifically has been around forever. It's just a really good smoothing primer that's not too heavy, it's not too thick, it's really light and perfect for beginners. Now this baby right here, the Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. This primer also costs $10. And again, this is a high-end dupe that they really slayed the formula. This is a dupe for the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. And this is the primer that I'm going to be using today. I love it so much, especially because it has this little squeeze bottle. So I just squeeze a little bit on my face and then I rub it in with my hands, and I mainly concentrate most of the product where I have pores. So on my cheeks and on my nose. But once I hit all those areas, I'll bring the remaining on my fingers up to my forehead. And then once it's all into my skin, I like to tap it in so it really fills in those pores. I love this primer because it really helps to smooth out my skin before I put on my foundation. And for me, I want my skin to look as smooth as possible underneath my foundation, so I prefer more pore filling and smoothing primers because my skin is feeling so soft, like it's ready to wear foundation on top. So shout out to this primer. I love it so much, and the fact that it's $10 is amazing. And this was so hard to find. I couldn't find it for months. And now that I got it, I know why it was so hard to find because that is how good of a primer it is. So now it's time for foundation. And of course, I have to use another high-end dupe because they, once again, slayed so hard with this formula. I mean, it's iconic. This is the E.L.F. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I have the shade number 3, Light Medium. This product right here is the exact dupe of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I'm not kidding. It's the exact same thing. Actually, I do have the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm gonna get it so I can compare it and show it to you how it's the exact same thing. So here are the two products together, and you can see that E.L.F. did not care at all that it looked like they were copying them exactly. The Charlotte Tilbury one is called the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and E.L.F. decided to name their product the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So they were not shy. They did not care to hide it at all. But to me, the E.L.F. one has a little bit more coverage than the Charlotte Tilbury one, so that's kind of nice. Because the whole point of this product is that it's a really lightweight filter on your face that has an intense glow. And the Charlotte Tilbury one costs like $50 or something crazy like that. And this one is $14, and it's basically the exact same formula. So duh, this is a no-brainer. This is amazing. And plus it comes with a huge doe-foot applicator, which I love because it makes applying it to your skin so easy. Because this is a super lightweight foundation, I'm gonna use a lot of it because I'm extra, and that goes against my entire philosophy when it comes to makeup and foundation specifically. I always say less is more, but with this I'm just gonna go crazy because why not just go crazy and have some fun every once in a while. I know some people like to wear this underneath foundation as like a glowy base, but to me, when I apply a lot of it to my skin, I can actually get away with it as using it as a foundation. And then I'm just gonna blend it in with a brush. I mean, do you see how beautiful it looks on the skin? It looks just like your skin, except it has a beautiful glow. And I'm here for everything glowy on the skin. I wanna look like a disco ball, like you can see me from space. Oh my god, this is just so beautiful. I really love it. And then of course, I'm gonna tap it in with my sponge. And you can see that this is another product that E.L.F. has truly slayed. Moving on to concealer, E.L.F. actually has one of my favorite concealers of all time. It's so good. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer, and there's actually two formulas in the Camo Concealer, a matte one and a hydrating one. For me personally, I love the hydrating one way better than the matte formula, but I also have dry skin and I love to have that dewy hydrated look, so the hydrating formula is the one for me. And in this, I have the shade Light Peach, and this concealer retails for $7, which is an amazing price for an amazing concealer too. I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes, and this concealer is so easy to blend out, and it also makes a wonderful eyeshadow primer as well. I really love to use concealers as an eyeshadow primer because I really think that the more coverage the concealer has, the better it's going to be as a primer. Then I'm just going to blend out the concealer with a brush, and you can see how easily and nicely it's blending out, and plus it's brightening up my under eyes so beautifully, and it also has great coverage. And then once my concealer is all blended out with a brush, I'll take my beauty sponge and I'll tap it into my skin one more time just to give it that flawless look. And as you know, I do this after every single cream product that I apply to my skin. Whether it's a cream blush, cream bronzer, highlight, I don't care what it is, I always tap it in with the beauty sponge after I apply it. Next up for cream bronzer, I have the E.L.F. Putty Bronzer in the shade Honey Drip, and you can pick up this cream bronzer for $7. I love cream bronzers in a jar like this because I always take my brush, I just dip it directly into the jar, and then I can apply it to my skin and it blends out instantly. And plus, applying it this way is such an easy method to make it look as natural as possible because you can control how much you pick up on the brush. Whereas if you applied it directly off a stick, you're applying so much product to your face and then you have to work to blend it out. Where this is just blending out as the brush bristles hit my skin instantly. So dramatic, but it's so true. And plus, the formula of this is beautiful. It blends out instantly and it looks very hydrating on the skin. And this won the Allure Best of Beauty Award in 2022 as well, so you know it's a good product. And I know I keep saying that I love these products, but honestly, E.L.F. is such a slay when it comes to makeup. I don't know what they did because like 5 years ago, their makeup was so cheap and the formula was not good. But then all of a sudden, they revamped their brand and they started making high-end dupes that are such a slay. And honestly, after that, the rest is history because they have become a huge, incredible makeup brand that honestly slays so hard. And they go viral all the time. And to me, this rebrand and this comeback that E.L.F. has had in the makeup industry is iconic. And as someone who loves the beauty industry as well, I just love it so much. And you can see how light and airy and airbrush this putty bronzer is applying to my skin. It truly looks so good and so natural. It's so creamy and the shade is beautiful. And for $7 too. We love that. And then of course, you know the drill. I have to tap it into my skin with my beauty sponge. Love, love, love how my skin is looking so far. So now for liquid blush, I have the brand new E.L.F. Camo Liquid Blush. I have the shade Coral Crush. And when I tell you that this blush is pigmented, she is so pigmented. And this liquid blush retails for $7. And for $7, you are getting an insane amount of pigment, which is iconic, honestly. So I'm just gonna apply a little baby amount to my cheek, and then I'm gonna blend it out with my brush. And I'm gonna bring it up towards my temples to help lift my face. And you can see that she is very pigmented, but it blends blends out super nicely. I love the shade. I love how bright it is. It's giving my cheeks a nice pop. And I'm actually going to add a little bit more because I'm extra, but we already knew this. Ooh, might have added a little bit too much. Oh, I think I did add a little bit too much, but I'm just going to sit here and blend it out until it looks good. Well, now that I look like a clown, just be careful with this. You can get a little carried away, but no fear, the sponge method is going to come in and save the day because now after I do this, it's going to look so much better. And that's the magic of the beauty sponge. And that is why I use it to tap it into my skin after every cream product because it just makes it look so much better and more natural. See, I just went from clown to someone that just has a lot of blush on. And that is iconic. And that's why I love this little sponge. See, you can really see the difference between blush side and non-blush side. But don't worry, we still have to do the other side. I love, love, love this blush so much. And I need every single shade that it comes in because this is so beautiful. And it just looks so hydrated on the skin, which is why I love it. Come on, glow and hydration. Now I need to set my face because yes, I still love me a good powder moment. And it just so happens to be by E.L.F. This is the Halo Glow Setting Powder and I have the shade Light. You can pick up this powder for $8. Honestly, I've had such a hard time finding an affordable powder that I really love because a lot of affordable powders are super matte. And to me, I really don't want a super matte powder. I just want a powder that's going to be really light and still gives my skin that really skin-like finish. And that's exactly what this powder does. And I'm just going to set my face with this and also my nose, my smile lines, and right in my T-zone. Anywhere really that I would typically crease. It sets everything into place and it just helps my makeup look so good throughout the day. And they also have a light pink version of this powder, so if you're looking for a light pink powder to set underneath your eyes with, try this one because it's $8 and it's such a good primer. Oh my gosh, powder. And it's such a good powder. And to me, this is like an exact dupe of the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder because of how it looks on the skin and also how soft and fine it is. Both powders give a really subtle glow to the skin and I really love it for that reason. I'm telling you, it's outstanding and it's super unique. Not a lot of powders have that really subtle glow to them, especially setting powders. So for this powder, I go crazy. I need to add a little bit of glow to my cheeks and I have one product that's going to be amazing for that. This is the Halo Glow Highlight Beauty Wand and I have the shade Champagne and this retails for $9. So this is another crazy high-end dupe. This is an exact dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Wands. Charlotte Tilbury has a contour wand, a highlight wand, and a blush wand. And funny enough, so does E.L.F. They have a contour wand, a blush wand, and a highlight wand. I happen to have the highlight wand, so that's exactly what I'm going to be using today. So all you do is squeeze a little product out of the tube, and then I'm going to tap it out with my finger really lightly because I do not want it to lose any of the highlight glow that it has that a sponge or brush could pick up. Because a sponge and a brush, they pick up a lot of product onto your face when you're applying it to your skin, but not your finger. I think I put a little bit too much on, but that's okay. We love to glow. I like this because it does dry down all the way. Once you blend it out and get it where you want it to go, it will dry down and it won't budge throughout the day. If you love the no makeup look and you want something that's going to give your skin that really nice subtle glow, try this out because it's super intense, but it also blends out super nicely on the skin and you can just get it to look like skin. And I definitely recommend. So I really don't have any E.L.F. eyeshadow products, so I just added some brown in my crease. Nothing too crazy, but I am going to apply the one eyeshadow product that I do have by E.L.F. This is the Liquid Metallic Eyeshadow in the shade Moon. It honestly looks so pretty, so I'm going to just apply it directly onto the eyelid, straight from the applicator. And then I'm going to take a flat eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to blend it out. It hasn't dried down yet, so that's really nice. It does have some time to work with it. This liquid eyeshadow retails for $6, and honestly for $6 you cannot go wrong. It looks so beautiful and very metallic on the lid, even after I blended it out. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite thing, but for $6, it's really good. I love this. It looks so cute and it's so fun. Now that the eyes are done, I only have two products left, and the first one is for the brows, and this is the Brow Lift. And I also have the Brow Lift applicator as well. So basically, this is a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Freeze Wax. This is a super strong hold wax for your eyebrows. And then all the applicator is a little spoolie to brush up your eyebrows and then a little flat side to smooth out your eyebrows. So how I use this is I always bend the spoolie a little bit so it's slightly bent, and then that way it gets into the jar so much easier. So I get a little bit onto the spoolie by just stamping it into the jar, and then I'm gonna run it back and forth into my brows. And once all my brow hairs are coated, I'm going to brush them up. and you can see that it actually is lifting my brows so beautifully. The name Brow Lift is very fitting because it's lifting all of my brow hairs, and then this applicator is so nice because it's also brushing them and separating them at the same time. Love that. It looks so good. I actually love this. I love a good brow wax. So then once all the hairs are placed exactly where you want them, I flip the applicator over and I just flatten all my brow hairs. And this right here is what's going to seal your brow hairs into place and make them stay all day long. The brow lift and the applicator are such a slay. I love it so much. Look at how beautiful my eyebrows look. And the thing is, with this brow wax, it's going to stay like this all day long. Unfortunately, I don't have any other brow products by E.L.F, so I'm just going to finish my eyebrows off camera and I'll be right back for the very last product. I am back with one final product, and this is the Glow Reviver Lip Oil, and I have the shade Honey Talks, and you can pick up this lip oil for $8. Lip oils are super trendy right now, so of course you know E.L.F had to dupe the Dior lip oil, and the formula on this lip oil is just outstanding. It feels so comfortable on the lips, and it's also so beautiful and shiny. I love how it feels because it's not too thin, but it's not too thick, and it's not sticky at all. It feels so good and so hydrating on the lips. I love this, and this is another product that I need of every single shade that they have because this is outstanding, and for $8 I'm obsessed. Look at how it looks on my lips. It looks so good. My lips are juicy. E.L.F slayed this so hard. Another outstanding formula by E.L.F. So shout out to E.L.F. All these products are so amazing and just so beautiful. Me and E.L.F are like this. Here's today's final look that I created using an entire full face of E.L.F products. And what do you think? Do you think that these E.L.F products slayed or what? Because to me, E.L.F is a true icon in the beauty industry. The fact that all these products were affordable and not one product cost more than $15. That is amazing, and that is simply why E.L.F is a true icon. Shout out to E.L.F. All these products are so iconic and they work so beautifully on the skin. I love them so much, and I definitely recommend them all. Shout out to you, E.L.F. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. I had so much fun. I will be back next week with a brand new video. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried out any of these E.L.F products, and if you have, which one is your favorite? Mine either has to be the lip oil, the Power Grip Primer, the Liquid Putty Primer, or the Camo Concealer. I will be back next week with a brand new video, but until then you can go ahead and binge watch the rest of my videos on my channel so you don't miss me too much until then. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Oh, and P.S. don't forget to subscribe so that we can become besties. Bye. Shout out to you, E.L.F. You are a true icon.